Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a care guide on Neocaridina davidi, or the cherry shrimp, and also how I bred so many cherry shrimp while improving the color of the shrimp. Okay, so let's start off with the care. The minimum tank size I would go with is about 3 gallons or 12 liters, and you can scale that up as high as you want. I have seen people using smaller tanks than 3 gallons, but it comes with a lot of issues, and one of the issues is the fluctuation in the water parameters, which can be very fatal very quickly if you're not on top of it at all times. Next thing is the parameters of the tank. So cherry shrimp are more sensitive than normal fish like guppies, but are much more hardy than other, such as some of the Caridina species. So the pH is 6 to 8. The KH is 3 to 15, the GH is 4 to 8, and the TDS is about 140 to 250. I would also make sure I use a good water conditioner such as C-Chem Prime. That's the one I use, which binds to heavy metals such as copper, which is deadly to shrimp in too high of a concentration. I have never had any issues using normal tap water with the shrimp to raise them, and this is with using water from multiple areas around the UK. But of course, you should check your parameters of the water before you start using it. The next thing is the diet. So they are omnivorous, which means that they eat both meat and vegetable matter. They can often be found scavenging the tank for anything they can find, whether that's a dead fish, shrimp, food from the fish that the fish missed, or decaying plants, or even biofilm, which naturally grows around the tank. Filtration. Some places say that you should only use a sponge filter. That's not the case. I have been using normal pump filters and been perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure what they mean by that is that you might lose a couple of baby shrimp, but if you have enough space for them to hide in, it shouldn't be a worry. Now on to the temperature. So the temperature should range between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 30 degrees Celsius. They can handle really extreme temperatures, with people reporting that they have kept them at below freezing temperatures with layers of ice forming above them with no issue at all to the shrimp. And I have personally kept them in waters that reached around 30 degrees Celsius during heat waves. Of course, I'm not sure to how this will affect the shrimp in the long term if they're kept at those super high temperatures. The decor. So I believe that the more surface area you have, the better. So adding tons of plants and driftwood and even just little clay tunnels like I have is super helpful because it increases the surface area, which gives them more biofilm to eat, which is great for your shrimp and any microfauna in the tank. When you're looking for a tank mate for the cherry shrimp, I would look out for fish that have large mouths and are also quite aggressive, as they will nip at the legs and the antennae of the cherry shrimp, and this can cause them stress and it can also cause them to die. And if the fish are too large, they will just outright eat the shrimp. I've found that betta fish quite often will eat your cherry shrimp, but most tetras and rasboras and bottom-dwelling fish will leave them alone for the most part. So the issues I ran into while keeping shrimp. So I didn't expect this to be an issue, but copper or another deadly chemical inside of the water systems caused loads of my shrimp to die, and I couldn't figure out the reason why. And after doing a bit of digging, I found out that it may be due to copper, and so that's the reason why I started using C-Chem Prime, is because it says that it binds to heavy metals, such as copper. If you're going to use a water conditioner, make sure it says that. Another issue I ran into is that shrimp having stuck sheds. So the exoskeletons on them would get stuck to their bodies, causing them to die. So after some reading again, I found out that feeding them some calcium, whether that's in the form of a calcium cube like I have, or a mineral feed from another shrimp food company such as Shrimp King, is super important to use. It makes a huge difference in making sure you can keep all your shrimp healthy for long times. I've also heard about people using dead corals and putting it into their filter box, but I think using the calcium cube is a much easier option. 1 gram mineral cube about once every 2 weeks. And if I notice that they're having any stuck sheds, I will feed them the mineral cubes more often. So how do you maintain color and improve it? So unfortunately, to maintain the color of the cherry shrimp, you're going to have to cull them. This means removing the shrimp so they cannot pass on their genes onto other shrimp. The way you do this is up to you. You can remove them and kill them by freezing them and then disposing them of whatever way you want to, or you can sell them off either online or to your local fish store. I think latter of the options is better because you make sure that you get some money back from the hobby, so you can use that towards feed or paying for the bills for maintaining the tank, and even one day might even pay for getting a new tank, so there's always that. How do I breed them to breed so many? So what I've done to breed thousands of shrimp while keeping them is that I make sure that they're at a decently high temperature. I keep my tanks at 24 to 25 degrees Celsius at all times, which is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. I keep them at these temperatures because it helps them grow faster and also breed more quickly. I feed them lots of food, but it needs to be a good mixture between plant-based and meat-based foods. So I often overfeed my fish to allow some of their food to reach the bottom of the tank, which the shrimp quickly gobble up, as well as feeding them some foods like Repashy Soylent Green or Repashy Super Green, which the shrimp go crazy for as well. In addition, using those calcium cubes that I mentioned before and a good water conditioner makes a huge difference. Also, doing frequent and big water changes helps you maintain perfect water quality while you're keeping them, allowing you to do this. If you're looking to breed them for profit, having multiple tanks that are species only, with only one color of the cherry shrimp inside, is a great way to start. This allows you to keep different color variants of that shrimp, which allows you to sell more shrimp to more people, as if you're only selling one color of shrimp, you can only sell so many to one person or to a store. And this will also naturally attract other people that aren't interested in just red, but orange, black, green, so on and so forth. Nothing special has to be done to get the cherry shrimp to breed. They do it all on their own. They're super easy. You don't have to do anything special to the water, like dropping the temperature, adding in tons of distilled water, anything like that. And as of recently, I even noticed that my shrimp popped out 2 orange female shrimp, which was new to me. I've never seen them do that before. This color was super vivid, and I placed it into my smaller tank that I have in my room. And after a couple of months, I added in my beta fish, Giuseppe, which ate them all, so gotta be careful of that. Identifying females and males. So the females are much larger and darker in color than the males. Females have also a saddle. The eggs are stored until the females are ready to mate. And males are much smaller and lighter in color than the females. So take this into consideration when culling, but it is very difficult to identify whether or not a shrimp is a female or a male while they are small. So it's sometimes a good idea just to keep them and wait until you can identify which sex they are. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you think I missed anything about their care, have recommendations or cool facts about them, please leave them down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Bye guys, thanks!